all. But the way we do our show is me and Fred just do a little bit of banter, go back and forth. We'll figure out a way to bring you in, and then we'll go into the conversation from there.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Shoot. Let's I'm gonna go to Facebook and share it on my page real quick.
All right. All right.
And then we'll get it a cracking. Boom, boom. Ready, Fred?
Yeah.
Welcome to What's Happening. I'm Brad.
I'm Fred.
It's a show we talk about what's happening. What's happening with you, bro?
Nothing much, bruh. As we just talked, I just came back from grandma's 90th birthday party. So I kind of took the role of trying to organize some family events because our family ain't did a reunion or nothing. And God knows how long. And my cousin, it's kind of funny. My cousin, me and her, like when we was kids, we used to try to come out with this newsletter for our family. You know what I'm saying? And we never like got it past us. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just something we kind of shared back and forth and always like put ideas, but it never was nothing we flourished out to the family. So I think it's a time that we about to bring this back. We just had a guest a couple weeks ago talking about books, family cookbook. I brought that up. So I told all the family old heads, get your recipes in so we can create a family cookbook and have that to send down the line. Cuz called me, said we need to start on the family reunion now. So I made the Facebook group. So it's been a crazy day today, a little different than usual, besides working. But what's good with you, bro? I ain't gonna rant too much.
Man, you know what's crazy is that so for the last year or so, I've been trying to get more involved with the family reunion planning and whatnot. We had a family reunion every year from like 1978 or 1979 all the way through 2019. 2021 messed it up. I'm sorry, 2020 messed it up with COVID, and then 2021 and 2022 it's been choppy. And I'm laughing because I had the thought a month or so ago, like, man, we should get like a newsletter going on so that way we can keep, because the family has grown so much. My great grandparents had 14 kids. Hey, Brittany. My great grandparents had 14 kids, and all of them had kids and grandkids and great grandkids. So the family is just massive now. And I really hope that we can keep this legacy going because at this point, in terms of my great grandparents' kids, there's only 6 of them left. So we got to step up now to make sure that we preserve that legacy and that history. But man, I'm excited for what we're going to talk about. I'm going to peel back the covers a little bit. First off, if you're watching this live now on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter, thank you. We are happy to have you. Welcome to What's Happening. If you're listening to this as a podcast, I don't know what date you're listening to this as a podcast, but we're recording this on August 9th. I'm batching a few episodes. So if you're listening to this as a podcast, definitely appreciate you being a loyal listener. Enjoy this episode. But if we say something that it's outdated by chance, know that we recorded this on August 9th of 2022. But that said, we should be good to go because we got a very special guest here, Mr. 180, Archie J. Jenkins from Houston or Dallas?
I actually am from Austin, but
Austin.
I live in San Antonio, Texas.
All right, I was way off on. I knew I had the state. I had the state now.
Well, because I work a lot in Houston, so every time people follow me on Facebook, they see that I'm in Houston. Literally, I'll be in Houston every weekend this month. So
okay.
Work a lot in Houston.
Well, my brother, it's good to have you on board. And I was telling you before we got to recording, I know when I first was introduced to you when you did an interview on Unapologetically Black, Never Broken, Always Empowered, the longest podcast name in the world.
Hey now.
Hey, got Brittany in the comments.
They're my folk. But that's when I was first introduced to you. And I know we talked about this on air. I know that you recently appeared on the Entrepreneur Kickback. And I have intentionally not listened to that episode because I want this to be as organic as possible. You and I, like I said, we talked about that before we got on air, but for the
Right.
listeners and for the watchers. I'm saying that again. So, man, at this point, I'm gonna let you take the lead. Tell us who you are. Tell us your story. Tell us what you've done, and we'll go from there.
What's up? What's up, everybody? I got to do it because they won't know it's me. They got to know it's me. It's your boy, Mr. 180 in the building. I'm Archie J. Jenkins, better known as Mr. 180. I am the owner and creator of 180life.com. 180 LYFE, not an I, but a Y. I had to take out the I, stop living for me, and then start living for the Y. So I'm basically I teach people where it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I take that into entrepreneurship. You got to live that in your everyday life. I am actually the CEO and creator of 180 Life Enterprise Magazine, 180 Life Culture Magazine, where we have a distribution that is nationwide, all the way from the West Coast, all the way to the East Coast. Worked with different people. We have a networking event every month. I'm just grateful, from the acting to the social media marketing to the marketing management to my HR firm, 180 Show, to my whole team. I thank y'all so much for having me, for real.
That's perfect. That's
Got you over there
perfect.
taking notes now, man. He got.
Oh,
I see you over there taking little notes.
oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh
he
yeah.
always jotting something down.
Always.
It wouldn't be him.
Always.
So Archie, you said you're the owner of 180 Life Magazine, 180 Culture Magazine. Can you peel back, a little bit of what they can find in those magazines?
So 180 Life Enterprise Magazine, I'm talking to my entrepreneurs, to my barbers, to my musical guests. I'm talking to all those people to chase after their dream. The issue that we have in our community these days is people are doing bad business. So I'm talking to all those people to teach them and inspire them. Hey, look, there are people out here that's doing good business. Also giving resources on, good business resources on what to do, how to do it. That's what enterprise is really giving. My doctors, my congressmen. I've had a couple of political people on there, a couple of musical guests on there. That's what enterprise is doing. I created culture because, with enterprise, it's more conservative, but culture, us as a people, as a culture, we out there, we loud, we proud, we doing our thing, you know what I'm saying? And everybody just can't take the culture. So I had to kind of separate it a little bit. And, leaders in our culture they come to the magazine, they tell us what part of culture do they, a lot of people, black people, we go to the barbershop. I'm bald and I still go to the barbershop, you know what I'm saying? So, got the barbers in there, got the people twisting locks, got the people cutting hair, doing hair, women, my wife, keep her nails done, keep her weaving, you know how it go. So we want to definitely talk to the people when it comes to the music. We had an artist of the month, and I really, with my culture magazine, even though we only 4 months into that one, I really remember when I was young, I used to go look at Jet. I remember when I used to go to the Jet magazine, you used to always see Jet. You're going to snatch the beauty out the week, put it on the wall. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see what musical artists is doing. If they was doing their thing, they was in Jet. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, that's what I wanted to do with culture, and just still be inspirational to people and let them know, hey, it's okay to go after your dreams, So that's where all of that started from. It really stemmed off of, I was on the movie set, which my team is giving me authority to speak on what set I was on. I was on a movie set, and I remember only people would flip out over the A-list celebrities. And it was so many B-list, C-list, Z-list celebrities in the building. It's like, man, where's the platform for all these people that are still doing things, and we didn't get paid the $1 million ticket to be there? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I made the platform for.
Perfect. Let's take it back. You talked about, you want to show people it's okay to chase your dreams. Talk about what those dreams were in great detail at a young age, and what steps you took to pursue it to get to where you are.
So, that's a good question. I'm liking that. So my dreams as a youngster. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to be a computer engineer. I wanted to be a computer engineer and an accountant. Those are the things I did. I had ADHD, so I wasn't really liking school. I pushed school because you start having kids. You got to push school. School is cool. Education is what's up. But college isn't for everybody. And so I did a couple trade schools. I ended up going to college and graduating college with my degree in mortuary science. And so yeah, it kind of shifted.
Yeah, we gonna get there.
I actually got my degree in mortuary science. Long story short, and this is basically my company in a nutshell. I got into some trouble as a youngster, and I got in the streets, and the streets took me quick. Long story short, I had to either make a 180 or keep doing those 360s. And so I did that 180, and basically I always told myself, because I always sang, I was the church kid, I was the pastor's son, I was the bishop's grandson. So it's like, okay, I always knew my name was gonna be in lights, but I just didn't know how we was gonna get there. I remember being locked up, and I'm like, man, if they ever let me come out, I'm gonna do something where I'm not on the news for some crazy crap, but I'm gonna be on there for some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at me 25 podcasts later, you know what I'm saying? I'm still here standing, and I'm pushing my brand, but I get more joy out of helping other brands and pushing other people's companies. And so it's worked for me. And I wrote a book. I tell my story. I motivational speak. You catch me at church, I might sing a song or two. You feel me?
I love it. I love it. Um, man, you, woo, that's a lot of, you dropped a lot of bars in that little moment there. I'm finding a lot of relatability. You're a PK kid.
Hey,
You're a preacher's grandkid. My father was a preacher as well. You talked about graduating with your degree in mortuary science. My father, I think I've shared the story on the podcast before, but my father told me when I was a child, he got sick and he never really got to pursue his career dreams. But he wanted to be a mortician, and he wanted to have the family business as a funeral home, and his whole goal was like he would leave that to me. And I'm like, man, you set tripping. I ain't trying to do none of that.
yeah.
So tell me how you got to that path, the mortuary science from computer
So
engineering, like that.
the thing was, so in 2008, I lost all my family except my mom and my siblings. And 2008 was the longest year of my life.
Mhm.
We visited the funeral home probably 7 times, just having to do
Wow.
what you got to do. And I remember by the time we got there from my dad, I just was like, I could actually do this for a living. You know what I'm saying? Like, I stopped being scared of, and they used to tell me it takes a lot to be in here. And that same funeral home that buried my family was the same one I went back and worked for. And so I went, and I told them, I just want to work here. And it sounds weird, but morticians, we got a different mindset. But I found peace there because that's where my people was at. And so it was crazy. One day I went up there to sit, and somebody called in and they needed me. And before you know it, they gave me resources to go to school. Before you know it, I graduated, and yeah, I was working there. I made it all the way up to assistant manager. And so, like I tell people, it's not the dead you should be scared of, it's the living, man. It was a great job, and if I ever had to go back to a 9 to 5 again, that's where I would go. Definitely. I love the funeral home. A lot of people that know me like, man, that was our life for a good little minute.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's different.
I wanted the family funeral home though. I'm not gonna lie. I wanted a family funeral home. I told my mom, y'all, told my siblings, my cousins, and they all just didn't want to go to school for that. Bro, you tripping, bro. You know how rich we could be? Like, look,
Hey, one thing that is gonna be, consistent across the board is we all gotta go through, what I'm saying, that
yep,
same path. So I mean I agree with you on the, what I'm saying, having a family, what I'm saying, funeral home would not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I know it's the fact of trying to get people on board, because being scared of death is something that, a lot of people just isn't ready for. So,
Right.
that makes it extremely hard. But I mean, one thing I want to point out though is, you just said it, and I feel like the last, few guests that we've had, y'all all say it in a certain way, but don't be scared to take a chance on yourself.
Yep.
He said he willing to go back if he had to,
Mm-hmm.
but at least he took the chance to take a leap and go after what it is that he, found joy in doing and really wanted to do. So anybody out there that, want to jump into this business realm, don't be scared to take a chance on yourself.
Definitely.
So with that being said, what do you think was the chance that gave you the biggest break to boost your business?
So when I first started entrepreneurship, because I call myself the serial entrepreneur, because it's just so many levels to my company. When I first started, I started in photography. That's my first love. I love photography. I was doing photography. I was actually really good at it, and I had started. I was working, but I was doing photography where my photography was making more money than the job, and it takes a lot of time away from what I needed to do. So, slowly you start working less hours. But then when you finally quit that job, it was crazy how that job transitioned. You pray for certain things and God just opened the door kind of. But when I finally quit that job, it was more of, I have to do this. Like if I don't, I ain't gonna eat. A man that don't work don't eat. And so it was more of, okay, now instead of me, oh, I'm gonna go look for clients, I'm gonna go put myself out there over here. Oh no, everybody I talk to, you need this car. Let me explain to you why you need some photos. Oh, look, oh man, you just had a baby. Look, this is what I do. And it just really kind of pushed me from there. But it did teach me how to jump out there on my own. You know what I'm saying? And really now everybody that I talk to, I'm telling them about 180 life. I wear 180 life every day. I got the 180 life gear on. It's what I do. I'm a walking billboard. The car is 180 life. Like every car in our driveway, it's somehow on the license plate it says 180 on it. You gonna look up the website. We gonna make sure that you check out what we got going on. So yeah.
Something that just sticks out to me, and I want you to really kind of go into what that hunger is like, because for you to say, I was walking down the wrong path
Yeah.
and I turned it around, and you had gotten to a good job, you got a good career, like that's the end of the movie. Like, and
Right.
that's the good part. That's if you go into church, they shouting hallelujah just on that. Look
Yeah.
where he was and where he is now. But you said, this ain't enough.
Yeah.
I got to do more. What was driving that hunger?
So a lot of people don't understand is with me, what drove it was I would watch a lot of my friends that didn't go through what I had went through, and they were making good money, but to me, they was like not making the best of their opportunity. Then number two was I was counted out so many times that I wanted to prove not only everybody wrong, but I wanted to prove myself wrong that hey, we can do this. And you just gotta stay determined. You know what I'm saying? Not only with having a background, but also dealing with ADHD. Hey, I can stay focused enough to say, hey, okay, I can stay on track. I can stay on track. I don't need you gotta be here at 9. You gotta work till 2. Then you gotta go on lunch. Then you get 30 minutes. Then you need to be back by the no, I can do this myself. Okay, boom, 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 boom. And it really started. I feel like when people really start telling me to my face that I was crazy, that even gave me more motivation. Like, okay, let me show you that I'm not. I am, but I'm really not. Now, they see me on TV. Sometimes we've been stopped at dinner to do pictures and all this, and it's like, I'm still crazy. Yeah, I know. And it's funny because I'll go back to those people, and they'll be, oh, let's go out to eat, and then somebody will be like, oh man, I seen you somewhere. Like, okay, yeah, let me give them a picture real quick. Give me 1 second. And it's like, you remember you said my dreams were crazy? Well, now I'm going after them, and it really pushed me when I start seeing results. the little results. It wasn't even my name was on a movie bill. It wasn't even I see my face on a big screen. It was like, hey, I was walking down the street and someone just says, "Oh, that's the Archie." And me and my wife laugh about that all the time. For a celebrity to ever say that's the Archie, it makes me like, okay, hey, maybe I am doing good. Maybe I am doing, and my team, shout out to Michelle Virginia, my booking agent. She tells me all the time, there's people out here that go years trying to get to where you're at. So you have to understand, and this is just to everybody listening. I wrote one day, success is in the eye of the successor. So you can't really just say you can say you're successful. That's on you. Stop being so hard on yourself. Successful to me was staying out of jail more than 2 years. And I'm just being black and white. Staying out of jail more than 2 years. Success to me was making sure that all my bills was paid. You get where I'm coming from. Success to you might be, or anybody listening might be graduating high school. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm the first one to graduate. I'm the first one to go to college. You successful. And take those baby steps and grow from it. Stop being so hard. Oh, well, I don't got no Bentley. I ain't got no Mercedes. I ain't got no BMW. Stop being so hard on yourself. You might be the first one that got a Honda Accord. You know what I'm saying? Your car paid off. You know what I'm saying? You successful. Hey, I did that. And I had to get to that point, and now I feel like, am I successful? I really do. People listen when I talk, so I'm successful.
That's a couple bars in there.
Yeah.
Yo, like, that helped me look at, what I'm saying, some things. I'm hard on myself, and just finding the success in the little things or the little accomplishments that help
Yep.
fuel you for more success. I think that's big, what I mean? Because it goes back to kind of how we mentally brainwashed and trained to believe that, you have to hit a certain level before you're successful. You know what I mean? And like you said, success, what I'm saying, is in the successor. So
Yep.
yo,
It's crazy because I was watching a video earlier today. My wife sent me, and a lot of people don't understand this. Rich people don't do all this stuff that people think that they're, you know what I'm saying, that they do. They don't go. They might have one luxury car, but they pay the car off and they keep the car. Us, 3 years later, by the time you pay off that 6 year loan, 3 year loan, I gotta trade it in. I gotta get something new. Stack your money. Like save your money. Stop, you know what I'm saying? I have 13 of these t-shirts. It cost me $3 a shirt, and I pressed it myself. That's 2 weeks worth of clothes.
Mm.
straight up.
I,
Hey,
I don't need yeah, you see the pictures, and a lot of people, well, Archie, you say this, but then you got a picture of you with a Gucci belt on. Yeah, I have one Gucci belt. If y'all look at the same picture, y'all keep seeing this. I have one Gucci belt. It was a gift. I was on set. It was a gift. A lot of people don't understand. Oh well, this person's rocking this person's rocking that. When you see these on these celebrities, those are gifts because they want people like you to take out loans to go buy Fendi, Gucci, all these other things, and it just. And a wise man once told me, you want to know why rich people stay rich and poor people stay poor? Because rich people live like they're poor, and poor people want to live like they're rich.
It's so funny. I'm remembering a couple years back, Tiffany Haddish kept going viral because she had this dress. She was like, "Oh, I'm not wearing this dress one time. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna see this dress in like every major like award show she was at. She was in that same dress. Like, yup."
And it's crazy because she paid cash for her Tesla. Paid cash. $70,000 Tesla. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I that's why I build my platform, because I want my people to win. Like, I want you to win. Yeah, it's cool to go have nice dinner, go nice places, be able to travel. But really, you got to build a foundation on what you're doing. It's just like building a house. If you build a house just on some dirt and you don't put cement down, Or if you just put cement on top of the dirt and you didn't dig deep enough for you to lay that cement, the house eventually gonna crumble. I don't care how big the house is, how nice it is on the inside, it's gonna eventually crumble.
Mm, mm. And you know, something that's just like sticking out to me is you're talking about celebrating the wins while at the same time not being complacent, still being hungry for more. Like, yeah, I graduated high school. I'm gonna definitely celebrate that. But now it's time to go to college. Okay, I graduated college. It's time to celebrate that. Now it's time to get that job. Okay, I got that job. I'm making decent money. It's time to celebrate that. But now it's time for me to get my business jumping off.
Yep.
How do you balance? Because that's something that people struggle to do, is that they get so caught up in what they're doing now, it's hard for them to see the future. And then for other people, they get so hungry trying to get to that ultimate goal of the future that it's hard for them to understand what they've got going on right now. How do you make time to balance that?
My thing is it's like a bicycle. If you notice on a bicycle, it's so many different spokes. Spokes will help you balance, and you balance is key to everything. I'm the type of person where I'm always hungry for more. I'm blessed to have a wife that tells me to slow down. Like, hey, listen, this is the now. You know, when it comes to certain birthdays, certain things, okay, we're gonna take some time to celebrate now. You know, I don't really celebrate. We just did a 1 year anniversary for 180 Life Enterprise magazine. And it's like, hey, okay, yeah, it's the celebration, but what we gonna do next year? You
Mm,
know, and a lot of people don't understand, like this year I got films coming out that I was in that we filmed last year that couldn't talk about, couldn't do, you know what I'm saying? Boom. But I'm always working. But then I have to remember, okay, I can't just celebrate right now. Those films, the weekend is cool when they drop. It's cool. I'm going to the premieres and stuff. But okay, what's next on the thing? Because as being an entrepreneur, it's different than a 9 to 5. I don't have paid time off. I don't, but also when it comes to entrepreneurship, you have to balance 100% around the board. When you're balancing your time, you're also balancing your finances. Just because we made $5,000 this month doesn't mean we go and put $3,000 down on a new BMW. That means, okay, hey, because next month we might not get booked, but $1,000. You got to be able to micromanage everything. Hey, what if I get sick next month? What if my son gets sick next month? Then we got to take off. I can't get to Houston. I can't get to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Boom. I got to be able to. You got to be able to micromanage the whole situation, not just pieces of it. And then if you like me and you married, you know, I'm married. So being an entrepreneur and I'm on stage here, but then I got to get home because, you know, family needs me. You got to do the family thing and I got to do this. But then I had to learn, like, okay, you got to set boundaries. And you got to tell everybody you can't overstep these boundaries. Assistant, booking agent, sponsorship, nobody can overstep those boundaries. 9 o'clock, hey, sorry to tell you, it has to be a very special situation where I'm gone doing stuff. Have I hosted parties or be on different events? Yes, I have. There's been some, oh, well, this is what time it is. Okay, hey, I can make an exception, this and the third. I can work with a lot of situations. But just bluntly, just I had to learn what D&D was. My phone stays on D&D. People are like, man, we can't reach you. People can. You just got to, you know, but it just, you got to learn where the boundaries are and set the balance in everything.
It's dope you say that too, because I don't know who it was, but it was one celebrity that said basically another one taught him, like, hey, when you come in here, you got to set time. And you got to utilize that time. You know what I mean? Because you got other stuff that need to be done. You can't be in here all day just rapping the beats or, you know what I'm saying, dribbling the ball just because, you know what I mean? It's other stuff to do. Even LeBron said, he said, I'm at the point now where I can come into the gym. I know exactly what it is I got to do. I know exactly what it is I need. And I know exactly how long it's going to take.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's a big key, you know.
It's just like this, though. You got to look at it like this. If you work a 9 to 5, nothing against 9 to 5. My wife works a 9 to 5. When you on that 9 to 5, there's a job that needs to be done. Yep. Once you clock out, they don't call you and tell you to work. Some jobs, salary, you know, 120K a year, 200K a year. You can expect that. Yeah, we're about to call you 75 maybe K a year. We're gonna call you on your day off. You know what I'm saying? I used to work a salary job. I get it.
They're gonna do it at 50K these days.
You get what but if you set that boundary, hey, this is family time. Don't call my phone. You stop answering the phone, I bet you they'll stop calling less. They might get upset, but they're gonna stop. You get where I'm coming from? It's the same thing with entrepreneurship in your business. One thing about being a business owner, what a lot of us fail to realize is you gotta invest in yourself. Like you gotta invest in the business. People feel, oh, well, you make 6K, you know, but I gotta go back in, get more business cards, get more advertisement, get more shirts made, get more of this, get more of that, just so I can keep on. Okay, I need another photo shoot. Everybody, my team, it's a joke we have at the office that I always have this black suit on. That's the picture. Now I have photo shoot after photo shoot. I don't want people to think I don't do photo shoots. I do a lot of photo shoots. But that's the picture everybody likes. But you got to invest into yourself, invest into your craft. Just like being a teacher, being a banker, you know what I'm saying? You go to school, you invest into your craft. Oh, that's not invest. That is. Because when you go get a house, you got all them student loans. You invested into where you want to get. Go ahead, Mr. Brad. Go ahead, because I can go on and on and on. Go ahead, Mr. Brad.
No, man. I mean, I'm you dropping so many bars. I don't even necessarily know where to go next. Man, you. Oh, Rich in the comments. What's up, Brody? Said making six figures don't mean nothing if you have
to spend six
to
to build yourself. People do not understand that part. And the crazy part about it is, and I'm going to tell you this. I was on set with Black Panther 2. Yes, I'm in the movie. It was a post long thing. Yes, I'm in the movie. So
breaking news.
A lot of people don't know is I got to sit down and talk with Angela Bassett. Wonderful lady. Okay, a lot of people don't know this. They pay, let's hypothetical. I don't know how much they paid her. That's not my business, nothing to do with me. But let's hypothetically, we're going to use easy numbers. Let's hypothetically say they paid her $4 million to be there. Okay?
Okay.
Once you get over $1 million, you get into a different tax bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get into that different tax bracket, they're taking 50% of that. Okay? So now you go home with $2 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's pay my assistant. My assistant, my assistant gets paid good money. So her assistant, I'm thinking maybe 100K, 200K. You know what I'm saying? Boom, plus travel. Mm-hmm. So now we was at 2 million. Let's take 400K off of that. We done paid everybody, makeup artists, this, that. You got to pay for travel. Boom. So you go home with maybe $1 million. Now Angela Bassett lives in a gated community. Let's imagine maybe a gated community mortgage might be sitting at 20, 30 bands. You know what I'm saying? Okay, $1 million ain't really a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, the insurance you have to have. Being on set, I had to have a certain amount of insurance. You know what I'm saying? Because if I hurt myself, they stop paying me. I still got to get paid. My insurance is out the roof. And people think, oh no, but the thing is because then you hear, oh well, he was in this. Guess what? The photographer's not even charging me $300 like he used to. Now he's charging me $3,000 for the same pictures he was taking for $300.
Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
Right. You get where I come from? And a lot of people, because people look at me, man, you on this show, you on that show, I see you here. Man, building up my brand. In the beginning, I spent about 60 to 70,000. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people I don't think I made that back. The numbers on the other hand might have said something different, but you don't understand of everything that you got to put in. Every month I got to put out this amount of money to make sure I get, you know what I'm saying, a good product out to the people. I'm on enough shows. I'm doing enough this. I got to pay for plane tickets. Gas is at an all-time high. That's 2 toes right there on gas. So it's just.
To whom much is given, much is required.
Definitely.
So as you keep getting, more success, you got to keep working harder. You
Right.
just got to keep it going no matter what. So how do you stay motivated? I mean, I got to imagine that, with that kind of pressure, with all the traveling, the ripping and running, and the phone calls and all of that, I got to imagine that it's got to be a random Wednesday in May. You just like, you know what? I'm really not trying to get up. That alarm go off at, seeing your case, what, 5 a.m., something like that?
Well, I wake up at 5:30 every day.
Okay. Okay.
I'm up at 5:30 every morning. We can say a random Tuesday, the 8th of August, the 9th of August. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll be lying about. Oh man, this is what I wanted to do, and it's just no. Some days I do wake up and I'm just like, did I really make the right decisions? Is this really, because I deal with a lot of people, and when you're dealing with a lot of people, people can be funny acting at sometimes.
Get
But what
overwhelmed.
motivates me is I go back and look at where I was. And there's a post I just put on Facebook, and it was my mugshot and then me on the red carpet. And I look at, man, that little dude right there, bruh, just couldn't get right. And if I don't do today, it's going to be that one little black boy that's going to say, man, I looked up to you. And I don't want to let that little black boy down. I don't know where he's at. I don't know who he is. But I talk to a lot of schools. I go into the school system. And it's weird because I'll meet 3 or 4 of them. Man, I know you. I've been watching you for a minute, man. Da 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 da. And it's like, okay, I can't let them down because they've already been through too much. And they're looking up to me and depending on me to say, hey, if I can make it, you can too. Then, hey, if I just stop and be like, you know what? I'm not doing this because Susie said I was this and she was mad because of this, and this person didn't pay me like they promised me, and this person reneged on the deal, and I'm going to just spaz out. Nah, it's too late now. Like I tell everybody I work with, it's too late. It's too late. Like you can't stop now. You got to get to the finish line. Now, when we get to the finish line, you can reevaluate, rehire me, but we already in the race now, and I don't like to look. It's a no refund policy at 180 Life. So we got to make it to the finish line. So like, and that's what I tell the kids. Like, man, we got to make it to the finish line.
You've hinted at it a lot. It sounds like your wife is an amazing support system.
Oh, definitely.
Talk about her.
Shout out to Mrs. 180. Y'all know how she do. Y'all know how she do. She's not one to be on the front line. But my wife that's my best friend. That's my confidant. That's my backbone. That's like, it's crazy. Like, I wouldn't even be where I'm at today if it wasn't for her. Because a lot of people, and it's no shame in my game because it's in the book, I'm not a strong writer. I write how I talk. My wife will go in there and articulate what I need to say. You know what I'm saying? And so on paper, it looks just as good as it does when I talk in person. You know what I'm saying? For a person to say, hey, look, that's not a good move. And everybody on my team respects my wife. Okay, hey, she don't like this. She doesn't like that. You know what I'm saying? And then on the other hand, a lot of people have to understand when it comes to being in a relationship and an entrepreneur, some days I'm so stressed out where I might not be a good husband. You know what I'm saying? And for me to be able to have somebody in my corner that say, hey, I'm going to love you through all of that. I got your back she sees me when the lights ain't on, when the cameras, when it don't say action, we not live, we not recording, we not this, we not that. Before they lay the red carpet, you know what I'm saying? Like, she there. So, like I tell people, if you got you somebody that's in your corner through it all, because me and my wife have been through a lot, hang with that, So, yeah, so I salute her 100%. My wife, I tell people all the time, it wouldn't be no 180 Life if it wasn't for Miss LaRonda Jenkins, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, definitely.
Shout out Miss LaRonda, Mrs. 180.
Mrs. 180, that's queen right there. Man. And like I tell people, she can get whatever. Once she can get what. It's crazy, like, because people, when you getting in relationships, you like, okay, are they here for money? Like, let's just be real. We're gonna be transparent. Like me and my wife, we have those combos. Like my wife's not there for the money. My wife actually can care less about the money, for real, for real. She now when it comes to me traveling a lot, okay, it gotta make sense to her. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
dig it.
like, I told her the other day, you can get whatever you want. Speak there she go. There she go. Y'all gonna make sure. You see how y'all do me? Yeah, just she's not that woman, and I'm blessed to be able to have a woman in my life that's not that. Oh, I got to drive a Benz and my nails better stay done. And I don't have that woman. I got a smart woman, works a good job. She got a good job. Like I tell people on paper, she the breadwinner. I let her have that. You know what I'm saying? I let her have that. Cause if you didn't know anything about business, the way the banks treat business owners and the way they have us set up, they'll multiply my income, they'll divide my income by 6. Compared to hers, it's her income. You feel where I'm coming from?
I dig it.
Why we don't know, but that's just what they do. And so yeah,
Let's let's talk about the businesses in detail. So you said you got an enterprise magazine, you got a culture magazine,
Enterprise magazine.
and I know you got a show. So let's talk about the enterprise magazine in detail.
So Enterprise magazine. Let's see. 180 Life Enterprise, again, like I said, it came to fruition from just meeting so many different people that didn't have the platform for them that they should have. It's a big thing for my entrepreneurs, for my dreamers, um, or like right now, people that have accomplishments. This month we have Charmaine James. She's a pastor. She has a TV show. Um, we have Michelle Saxton. She won Miss Texas Plus Houston of America. I mean, she won Miss Texas Plus America. She's a supermodel, and she won Miss Texas Plus America. We put the Barber of the Month, Christopher Spivey. He's actually a musician as well. I've worked with Ali Caldwell out of New Jersey. She was on The Four, and she was on The Voice. She worked with Miley Cyrus and Diddy and all them. I've worked with just Brittany from Atlanta, Georgia. Shannon Concedo, North Carolina. Um, Clifford Johnson, Clifford Mack, Dr. Jalen Hickman, Dr. Jalen Hicks, Dr. Cynthia Hickman, just different doctors. We did a doctor takeover. Also, we got our kid entrepreneurs. We like to showcase them because there's a lot of kid entrepreneurs out here that aren't on Disney Channel. That you know what I'm saying, that aren't getting. Let me not say that. I'm gonna leave that alone. But
Ha!
but that aren't on Disney Channel. They doing their thing. You know what I'm saying. So we just want to make sure that we're inspiring people, and then being on a magazine, in a magazine, that's an accolade in itself. You know what I'm saying? Like the price of you goes up 15%. You in the magazine. Like I'm just being real from a marketing aspect. When you like, hey, I've been on the cover of Time magazine. Oh yeah, I was on the number one book selling list of this. Guess what? The book went from $5 to $25. Me coming to speak went from $500 to $1,500 because I've been on the front cover of this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So it adds to that, and I want people to understand it means a lot because my team vets people and hey, look, this is what we got going on, and this is what you can and cannot do. And then it shows if you're ready for that level. A lot of people want a worldwide level, but then we'll send you a selfie, and then we'll send you this, and it's like, hey, you got to be prepared for this nationwide level.
Dope. Dope. So do the same thing, but the culture magazine.
So culture is a little bit different. This is a little bit different. This one ain't for the saints, and this might be. So culture does have our parental advisory because you never know what people might say in culture. You know what I'm saying?
I heard David
But
Chappelle say, "Better not bring your kids."
like I tell people, don't take it to the church house. That's all I ask. Don't take it into the church house. But hey, basically I tell people it's more of on the line. Order your look at Miss 180. She out here doing a thing, man. Look, it's more on the line of bosses. These are boss chicks, boss males. You know what I'm saying? We showing people that our culture isn't just a bunch of fighting and hollering and hooting and raving. You know, she owns 6 venues. She has an event coordinating company. She does shows. She has 6 venues. She has a clothing line, and she talks about being sexy and how you're good in your own skin. You know what I'm saying? Then it goes. It just is. It's about our culture, man. It's about, you don't gotta be politically correct. You don't gotta say it. You can say ain't. You can say y'all. Hey, this ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Culture is just for our people. You know what I'm saying? For the culture, man. So that's what I want people to understand. We do have a culture. We just have to come together because we can really take over. Let's see, I did a year with Enterprise and still going. We just got a 1-year contract again, so we'll make 2 years at least. Culture, we're on month number 4. Just imagine everybody that I've met in both magazines. If we came together, we could really take over, like really the world, for real, for real. But I'm just trying to take it one month at a time, make people work together, and then I also make sure that everybody that's in all the magazines, they meet each other, because you never know when you might need somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Absolutely. So you're making, not only are you amplifying the voices of future major influencers and aspiring or active entrepreneurs, you're also creating a community where we can grow together and
Right.
help each other grow, and it's almost like a culture enterprise business growth alliance.
Right.
Okay,
Right. So
that's dope. That's fire.
eventually, what could happen? We could have a headquarters.
Could
We could have a headquarters with all business owners, as long as everybody keeps the right mentality, man. You know how it gets when you get too many people in one spot. Everybody wants to be in charge. Not enough chiefs. It's too many chiefs, not enough Indians. But it has a possibility, and like even in all the months that has gone, people just meeting people they would have never even met. I was blessed to be a part of my booking agent meeting one of my clients, Dr. Hickman. Now my booking agent is going for her doctorate, and it's like, man, for them to connect, if I don't do nothing else, I'm just like, hey, I helped connect this group of smart people. They asked me, man, you gonna get your doctorate? No, that's not my thing, You ain't got to put doctor behind my name. I'm cool with that. But just to know that people are connecting behind 180 Life, I'm appreciative.
I don't know, man. Dr. 180 sound like a fire name.
Man, nah. It sound cool. My thing is again, when you getting doctor, anything that got all, it's a lot of work, man. That's a lot of work. And add that to the plate, that's like the people that be asking me to sell insurance. It's like, no, I don't have time, But maybe in the future, who knows? Who knows?
So talk about the 180 show.
So the 180 show, it started off, I wanted to have a reality TV show. That's what I wanted. That was my dream. But I wanted it to be a reality TV show where, of course, people gonna flock to drama, but I didn't want it to be like drama. I wanted it to be like business owners raising awareness on their business, but showing the struggles. That kind of took a left turn real fast, because the turnover rate gets kind of crazy. And so I just started bringing awareness to different things. I did awareness to sickle cell. I did a conversation of how do Black people discipline their kids? What is the correct way? I just want people to chatter. I want people to talk. Then I just started getting the people in the magazine and bringing them on the show. Tell people who you are. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have a big platform. And so I just took that and was like, hey, look, let's do this. And so actually in a couple months, we're gonna just start doing conversation. 180 show is gonna start doing conversation because I definitely want to go back to them conversations where, because I have so many people that interact during the lives and during the show, I want to go back to them conversation of what's right, what's wrong, what do you think is correct. So yeah, that's really what it's about. Just really showing people, hey, there are people out here ready to work, ready to do their thing, that's getting it just like I am from the dirt, you know.
That's dope.
So, what type of conversations are you trying to open up?
I definitely want to bring awareness to our community. You know what I'm saying? Definitely want to talk about mental health issues. Because, you know, when I don't know about y'all, you know what I'm saying? I was raised in the 90s where a lot of things weren't said. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things was, you know, this was the rule. You roll with the rule or roll out. You know what I'm saying? And if you leave, you better. I remember my dad told me you can leave out that door, but if I open up this door, you better be sitting right there. It used to be funny because be like, wait, I'm gonna leave, and then you like, man, well, why did you go far? And like, man, you know. But now it's a different era. I definitely want to talk about social injustice. You know, I enjoyed when we did the special on disciplining kids because you'll be so surprised on how many black parents really don't discipline their kids, really believe timeout really is the way. I'm not that parent yet, you know, and now, you know, CPS, you can come get them if you want to, you know, you going, you know, it's gonna be a fight on your hands, you know, anybody watching, but um, it just, I really want us to understand that just because we don't agree doesn't mean that we have to fight about it. We have to kill each other about it. You know what I'm saying? It's so many different. I've been working with, and shout out to Unapologetically Black. Those are my people over there. I've been working with them really, really close. And watching their podcast and meeting everybody has really opened my eyes to so much different stuff like that goes on in our community. In the South, it's different than in Detroit. And you know what I'm saying, in the West Coast and the East Coast. What we think is cool, West Coast don't think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And so I just want to bring people, our community together and be like, okay, this is why I think like this. What could bring change? And what at the end of the day, I want what can we do to bring change? You know what I'm saying? And just because I don't believe in it doesn't mean that it's not right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing that I feel like the black community got so bad is because especially like Christians, like and I'm a Christian, you know, we don't believe in this. Oh no, that's a terrible thing. And it's like, bro, it happens. You know what I'm saying? I went to prison. You know what I'm saying? But when I was little, people that went to prison were bad people. Oh, these are bad people. And then I get locked up and like, but he's a good person. Yeah, there's a lot of, believe it or not, I met a lot of good people, lifelong friends in prison. And they're
Mm.
not bad people. They just made bad decisions or were doing bad stuff, you know. But those are the things I want to bring awareness to, really just have open combo on, hey, what's your belief on this? What's your belief on that? You believe in disciplining your kids, Mr. Brad?
I discipline them. I don't have to use these hands. I can use this voice and these eyes, and I get it done. But yeah.
Okay. Mr. Fred, what's your take, Mr. Fred?
I'm all around the table. You might catch some hands, you might catch a corner, you might be doing calisthenics, you know what I'm saying? I believe in, you know what I'm saying, trying to find the right punishment for the crime. Like
It's
depending
true.
on where you went, you know what I mean, I'm gonna go there with you. I'm old school. I was raised old school.
Yeah.
When they go see my mama's still old school. So, you know what I mean? Like she spoiled them way more than, you know, it was when I was coming through, but it's still some non-negotiables that you will catch these hands for,
Yeah.
regardless if granny baby or not. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
I have spanked before, but it's been a good 4 or 5 years since I've spanked a child.
Well, my
See,
thing on it is, you know, every child different. As long as you know your child,
true.
you know what I'm saying, what worked for one child ain't gonna work for the other.
True.
One might need, you know what I'm saying, might need that continuous reminder that it's a little harder. The other one, you might be able to get a stern voice and look. You ain't got to say nothing to it for 8 to 12 months, a year, 2 years. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. That's just how it goes.
I'm gonna cut this off right here because we definitely got to have an episode on child discipline. That sounds like a full blown.
Man, I'm telling y'all,
that's what these podcasts should be. You know what I'm saying? You can use these platforms for. It's multiple reasons. It ain't just, you know what I'm saying, interviews. We love interviews, though. I ain't gonna lie. I like meeting different people, seeing where they come from, how they think, you know, how they attack situations and problems. You know what I mean? Because it gives you a different outlook on somebody else's, you know what I'm saying, viewpoint of life. You know what I mean? So I love this interview session, you know what I mean, getting to know different people, like, you know, Mr. 180 Life bring different people together, you know what I mean? I'm the type that'll be in there mingling with everybody in the building. Hey, what you do? What? Oh yeah, okay, yeah, all right, you know.
Like I tell people all the time, your network will depict your net worth. It is what it is. Your network will depict your net worth. Now, what you know is who you know. Who could connect you to who? And I've been blessed to meet some people that can connect me to some people. But yeah, that's what it's all about. Networking and really getting to know other people, different walks of life. You know, a lot of people see me like, oh no, he didn't go through this. Now I can really relate on a lot of different aspects in life, and that's what I thank God for every day. Is because I've been in so many different walks of life that it's like I can relate to it, you know.
So
go ahead, Fred.
My thing is, you know, you said that basically, you know, your network depicts your net worth. Well, for people that's out there, we all know everybody can't go with you.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you know who to cut off? You know what I'm saying? When to cut them off? How, you know, it's hard for people to cut off close people, family members, and whatnot. But what helped you shed some dead weight, or what, you know, or how would you tell somebody, you know, when to recognize, hey, you need to separate yourself because they not lining with what you're saying you trying to do?
My thing is this, and that was a hard thing for me. I'm not gonna lie. Now I feel like in this whole career, this whole journey, the hardest thing for me was depicting when to let people go. Because I love people. I just wanted everybody to win. Oh my God, I wanted everybody. But then when you just start, the disrespect comes again. That comes with the boundaries. You gotta set the boundaries. And if you overstep those boundaries with me, and I had to learn to love me. And I'll tell my mama, and we can bring her on here and she'll tell you that I told her. I love me enough that self-peace, nothing that you can do can stop what I got going on. I will see you on Christmas before I let anything going on over at your house mess with my peace and my family. You get where I'm coming from? And I love my mama to death. I love my family to death. You get where I'm coming from? Number two is you got to start, if you want to be successful in whatever you're doing. I don't care if you are picking strawberries and you want to be the best strawberry picker out. You're not going to hang with somebody that lay cement. You're going to hang with somebody that got a green thumb. You're going to hang with somebody that know a little bit about fruit. You got to be around people that are got the same mindset as you. I can't hang out with people that ain't nationwide if all you want to do is rap in Texas. Because guess what? I come to Detroit with some Texas rappers, y'all gonna laugh. My wife laugh at Texas rappers because she from Cali. Like it just, and then you say, hey, look, but when people don't see your vision and they don't see your goal, if they laugh at your dream and they laugh at your vision, okay, I see what it is. I got people, I love them to death. And it was so hard. But when you can't see what I see, I'm sorry, but I will never forget the first episode of 180 Show. People laughed at me. I paid for the cameraman. People wouldn't come to set. You don't even have to do nothing. All you got to do is show up. And we going to just have a good time. And cameraman. Mind you, I came out of pocket $1,700. Guess what? Yeah, it ain't nothing to cut the... okay, let me stop. You know what I'm saying? You will get to the point where After you start cutting off people, you cut off 1 to 2 close people. Everybody else, it ain't gonna be nothing. Nah, that ain't for me. But you got to understand, some people are in your circle for you know what I'm saying, for a season and a reason. And then you got to also look at it like this: seasons come back around. If it was meant, that season, summer gonna come back. Apricot season.
God
My
damn.
wife, my wife eats nectarines.
These
Nectarines,
analogies is off the chain, my guy.
Bro.
I swear to God.
you know, it's just nectarines. She eat nectarines. Nectarine season in. You gotta wait till next year before you can go get some nectarines that are gonna be sweet. But if you keep holding on to Johnny, oh, the nectarine season, then he get out, you eat the nectarine. Why does it taste like that? It don't taste like when it was nectarine season. Why he acting like that? He wasn't acting like that when we was over here. And then you got to pay attention to the people around you. Believe what people are giving you. When they give it to you, believe it. You acted like this when I got a new car. You wasn't, oh, bro, I'm happy for you. You was, oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Now you got a new car. You want me to do backflips, jump off buildings, and all this other stuff. And it's like, wait, you ain't giving me the energy I'm giving you. It's like a bank, my guy. If I deposit, can I withdraw? I shouldn't have to go to dinner and I always got to pay for everybody here. Start hanging out with people that's in the same bracket as you. Oh, you think you better than people? No, it feels good to go to dinner and everybody can pay for themselves. Do you hear me? That's what we can do to go get a steak for $100 because all I got to do is pay my $100. I ain't got to pay $700. Well, why when you with me, all we do is go for 2 for 20 because I got to pay for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm with my other friends that can, and it's nothing against money, but you have to understand you got to get, when you're going on these levels, you got to get people on the same level as you. You know what I'm saying? Or higher. Look for people that's up there and say, okay, how did you get there? Study them. Figure out, how, okay, who do you know? Okay, they're not going to give you that resource, but man, I seen him talking to that person a long time. You know what? I'm going to go over here and check this out. It come to vetting too. You got to vet people. You can't just look at the first 2 posts and be like, oh, okay, they cool. Nah, go down a couple months. See what they been writing on Facebook. See who their mutual friends are. See what, you know what I'm saying? Go see what they write on other people's posts. I'm just saying. That's that, because I can go on and on about that one. I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying.
Gotta vet your friends.
Whew.
Everybody cannot go with you, man. I'm sorry to tell people, and I learned this on the set of Black Panther. That lady said she was there with her husband, and she said, listen, it's going to get lonely at the top. It's going to get lonely. Anytime that you do something great, it's a time where you're lonely. You go have a baby. Your wife has a baby, it's you and her. It ain't you, her, Tom, Joe, Johnny, all these millions of people. No. It's you and her. And let her get mad at you, it's just her. You get where I'm coming from? In situations, you'll be in situations by yourself when you don't got all these people around you. And believe it or not, once you get all the people out your ear, you can really think better. You'll be able to meditate, okay, this is what I really need to do. This is how I really need to focus.
Man, drop your socials. Where can folk find you?
Listen, you can find me on Facebook, everybody. Facebook at Archie J Jenkins. You got to add that J. Make sure you add that J. Archie J Jenkins. 180 Life, 180 LYFE. You can go to 180life.com, 180 LYFE.com. Check me out on Instagram at 180life_180 show. Definitely go subscribe, like, follow. Thank y'all so much for having me. That's me.
Thank you so much for
appreciate you for coming.
dropping by. Yes.
Dropping jewels. Hey, leaving breadcrumbs, the whole 9. I mean, he gave you a full course meal and an appetizer.
I appreciate y'all. Listen, y'all, Remember, no matter what you do, go after your dreams. Don't give up. Don't if people saying if your dreams don't scare you, that means your dreams ain't big enough. If they don't scare you, they not big enough. Everybody, the sky's the limit. No, there's something beyond the sky. So if yo, I'm just letting you know. You know what I'm saying? No
There's
matter,
something beyond the sky.
there's something beyond the sky. So the sky's not the limit. Go beyond that. Push into it. And every day, we live in an era where social media is it. Brand yourself. Do your thing. Invest in yourself. Network with people. Get outside your comfort zone. Oh, I'm scared to talk to people. Listen. Hello. All you gotta do is say hello. People, it's not that hard. And connect with people that can help you get where you need to be. And enjoy
Man.
the mistakes that you make. That's one thing people don't understand. Everything is not going to be perfect. It's okay to mess up. Okay, hey, but you got to learn from that. You got to learn from that.
Man, you preaching now.
So I
As
just
they would say, take your time, Pastor.
my thing is once you learn. I just did a seminar this weekend. Once you learn from your mistakes, I might not know how to get to point C, but I know I can't do this. Me and my wife, this was our first marriage. We might not be the perfect married couple, but we learned from this, and this. You get wrong. I know I'm not putting my business on social media anymore. We've been there. We done that. Guess what? That's what we not gonna do. We might not talk, but guess what? We not gonna go to bed mad. We might be upset, but guess what? We're gonna make sure each other eat. We might not do it this way. So you'll learn from those, okay, you know what? That wasn't the good way for me to handle that. It wasn't good for me to get on social media and go on a rant. It wasn't good for me to connect with this business and do it this way. It wasn't good for me to do this that way. Maybe I shouldn't have said it like that. So next time when the time comes about, hey, look, now you can present yourself and keep and be authentic. Don't nobody want copycats. No one wants copycats. We already got a Drake. We already got a Beyonce. Nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I act like this person. No, be you. At the end of the day, it's your boy, Mr. 180. I'm just gonna be me. And I'm not for everybody. Understand, it's okay for people to walk away and say, oh, you know what? Nah, we're going in a different direction. It's okay because there's gonna be somebody that says, you know what? Hey, last and not least, figure out what you are the answer to. You want to know why a lot of people become so successful? Because they already know what they're the answer to. They know their audience. If there's a problem, I know what my solution is. I know with 180 Life, we're here for business owners that do not know how to do social media marketing, that maybe you do. You just don't have time to do it. We're here for business owners that need that platform to give that little extra push to not only inspire others, but maybe inspire themselves. You see yourself on the front of a magazine, guess what? You know what? Oh, man, I did do that. Be the answer. All you got to do is be the answer. Once you become the answer to the problem, guess what? You win. It's like a math problem. I think he said something about school. It's like a math problem. Once you learn, it's like algebra. Once you learn what Y is, once you become the Y, the rest of the problem is easy. Air conditioner man. Why does the air conditioner man make so much money? Because people that don't got no AC is calling him. So guess what? He's the solution. Okay, hey, I know I got to install an AC. He already knows, okay, I'm looking for people that don't got AC, that AC not working right, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I'm the solution. I don't know if y'all do AC work. I don't do AC work. So I can't get outside, get under there, and do nothing. As long as I know is when he leave, the AC is blowing cool. Now, next week, it can break down. He could have put a bandage on it, but guess what? He going to come back, charge me another $49.99 to look at it, and he became my solution. That's all I'm saying, guys. That's all I'm saying.
All right. I
I
appreciate
thank y'all so
everything,
much
man.
for having me. For real, for real, for real, for real. I really appreciate it.
We appreciate you coming by. Fred, I think you're trying to talk, but you muted. But no, man, we definitely appreciate you. So for the podcast listeners, the social media information and all the contact info will be in the show notes. Follow the show, What's Happening, WHUSHATTNIN. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Fred is at Mr.Humble_beginnings on Instagram and at Fred Scott on Facebook. I am Brad Robinson 86 on Twitter, and I'm Brad Robinson 1986 on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. Leave us a 5-star rating and review. Share this show out with a friend. There were so many gems dropped in the show. If you don't share this with somebody else, that should be a crime. There's so much that was just dropped.
You ain't no real friend.
Share the show out with a friend, family member, with a bunch of folk. Hit subscribe or hit follow on your podcast app if you're not doing that yet. Check out the entire archive of What's Happening. Thank you so much for listening. Archie, thank you again for stopping by. And folks, we will see you next week.
Peace.